It's been nearly 3 decades since the Nashville Zoo opened its doors. Since then, thousands of people from all over the world have come to see award-winning exhibits, hands-on experiences, and marveled at endangered species.
I think Nashville is a world-class city and absolutely deserves a world-class zoo.
A thriving zoo now crippled by the effects of an unpredictable pandemic. But through it all, the staff continues to put the animals first.
Yeah, we didn't stop. Nothing stopped us while we were closed down.
Tonight, the city comes together to support Nashville Zoo. Watch performances from your favorite music artists. And later, a major announcement you won't want to miss.
Yeah, most exciting news, and we needed some in 2020 for sure.
This is a live News 2 special from Nashville Zoo with love. And welcome to our News 2 special from Nashville Zoo with love. I'm Danielle Breezy.
I'm Scott Hamilton.
And I'm Neil Orne. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight is very important. The pandemic has taken its toll on the businesses throughout our community. We know that. But the zoo was forced to shut down. It worked tirelessly to come up with funds to care for these beautiful, wonderful animals.
Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit more about how important it is to keep the zoo running, from conservation programs to helping keep endangered species alive. It's an essential part of our community.
Yeah, and we have some surprises throughout the night. One in particular here, viewers, if you can fund $100,000, our very own Neil Orne, you ready for the surprise?
Yeah, I was not involved in these meetings.
No, you weren't indeed. Why don't we bring it over? This is what is going to be around Neil Orne's neck.
And it's only mildly venomous. Social distance.
I'm just saying, it looks pretty good, right?
Well, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Great.
So come on, we got to raise those funds starting now. By the way, Neil, you don't know this surprise.
Let's cancel the donations now.
No. $200,000?
$200,000? No, yeah.
You are touching a scorpion, my friend, and holding one of those. Whoa!
This is so worth the trip.
Can you see my legs shaking through my suit?
A little bit, yeah.
They are.
There, Puddle.
Not yet.
Now, we do have some awesome musical performances, Scott, and you know some.
And the first one is absolutely, I love this woman. We've done so much together over the years for many different charities. She's one of the most phenomenal people in all of Nashville, a 9-time Grammy Award winner, Sheryl Crow.
Hey everybody, I'm Sheryl Crow, and I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I have 2 little boys, and we love the Nashville Zoo. We've been to a lot of zoos in this country because we're on the road a lot, and one of our favorite zoos is the Nashville Zoo, and that is because they love their animals, and also they do incredible conservation work and incredible work educating young people about the future of a lot of these animals and their species. So we are all about supporting the Nashville Zoo. So go on their website and check out how you can be a part of sustaining the great work they do.
She's not too great, huh?
Oh, she's awesome.
Got a whole night of this for you guys.
Awesome.
And she always jumps in. She's
Every time, if you need something, Cheryl's like, how can I help?
Yeah.
And, you know, she loves the zoo. She takes her boys there. She's just the best person ever.
And that's what tonight is, all of us helping out the Nashville Zoo. I want to give you the information about donating real quick here. You can visit nashvillezoo.givesmart.com. You can also text Nashville Zoo to 76278. You will be prompted as to how much of a gift you'd like to send. And then you can send us a check to 3777 Nolensville Pike, Nashville 37211. And on the memo line, if you don't mind putting Zoo Fundraiser. We appreciate it. People have already been donating. We really have lofty goals because it ain't cheap. Running the Nashville Zoo.
No, I was there. They had to do it during COVID. I mean, you know, everything shuts down. The animals still needed to eat. They still needed to be taken care of, and they were there every step of the way.
They absolutely were. So we're going to roll on here.
Well, and, you know, this zoo wouldn't be anything without its zookeeper, headmaster, unbelievable. And this guy, what he has done for this community and what he's done for this zoo to create a destination like no other. I mean, we are so blessed to have this zoo. And on the way over here, I was fortunate to talk to Rick Schwartz, and he was devastated he couldn't be here tonight. He's so grateful for everything Nashville can do to keep this zoo going. It's so important for our community that this zoo thrives because it is crushing it in the zoo community. And here's a message from our illustrious Rick Schwartz.
Good evening, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Rick Schwartz, President and CEO of the Nashville Zoo. We have an amazing lineup tonight, full of performances from some of your favorite Nashville artists, some celebrity shout-outs, and most importantly, some appearances for some of the coolest Nashville Zoo animals. This virtual event certainly wasn't in our plans, but like everyone else, we had to adapt. You may recall the Nashville Zoo, like many zoos across the country, were forced to close in March due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and remained closed for 3 months. Unfortunately, it was our busiest time of the year. It's spring break, we have a lot of baby animals, the weather is warm. Many businesses across the country obviously closed. What makes the zoo business unique is we can't just close our door and turn off our lights to save as much as we possibly can. The truth of the matter is we have 3,000 animals in our care. And I want to give a shout out to our keepers. We're here every single day, oftentimes putting the health of the animals above their own. The truth of the matter is it's very expensive. It was about $836,000 a month to maintain the zoo collection while we were closed. We did have some bright spots in a particularly dark time, like a recent boom in kangaroo births. Also, we won for the second year in a row the top exhibit in the country award by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. The truth of the matter is we have an insurmountable amount of money to make up because of the capacity for this year. We're anticipating a $5 million loss for this year, and we just can't do that without your support. We truly need your help now more than ever. Whether you make a general donation or bid on a silent online auction or support one of our specific animal needs, your help means the world to us. We want to maintain being an educational and fun family attraction while also contributing to conservation for amazing species both locally and globally to preserve them for generations to come. We hope you enjoy the show tonight and feel compelled to contribute to the cause. Thank you, Nashville, for your time and your continued support.
I'll tell you, I met him when that beard was brown, and they were,
that was January.
That was, and they were out in Cheatham County, and he had these lofty goals for this, and sure enough, he's met those goals. But you heard that, you know, $834,000 per month to operate this zoo. So I want to show you what our total is so far. And we do have a lofty goal tonight. We do want to reach $500,000, and that basically takes care of 2.5 weeks of operating the zoo. And right now we're at $51,000 from folks donating through the daytime today.
All right, and we need to do that because, you know, we get to 100,000, you're going to be wearing that lovely little snake around your neck.
Yes.
Channeling your inner Alice Cooper.
And $200,000, a little scorpion. By the way, there's a lot of cool things you can do online, right, Neil?
Yeah, the top line right there is just some donations you can make to support individual animals, and that's a wonderful way to go. We have a guitar signed by Taylor Swift there that you can donate to in the silent auction, and if you go to this page, you'll be able to check out all the wonderful gifts and items, and all the proceeds from this silent auction will go right back to the zoo. Some really, really good stuff in there. You get to, is naming a kangaroo on that one?
I think so, yeah, the naming a kangaroo.
You actually, one of the baby roos we're gonna meet a little bit later in the show, you'll be able to name a kangaroo. How cool is that?
Just can't call him Joey.
No, please don't.
They'll be so confused. Joey. Oh. Well, you know, did you guys know that the Nashville Zoo is home to award-winning exhibits? In fact, it's done one thing that it has never done before. Back-to-back awards, guys.
Yeah.
Take a look at this. While the movies have Academy Awards, television Emmys, and musicians Grammys, for zoos, it's a design honor from the Association of Zoos and Aquariums.
Winning 2 years in a row hasn't been done in 33 years.
Yes, more than 3 decades later, Nashville Zoo makes history by taking the honor in back-to-back years. In 2019, for its Expedition Peru, Trek of the Andean Bear exhibit. This year, top honors went to the Tiger Crossroads exhibit. The reason for the wins? CEO Richard Schwartz has no doubt. It's their attention to detail.
For the bear exhibit, we're going into a Peruvian lodge. For the Sumatran tiger exhibit, you actually feel like you're in Sumatra because of the architects. So the primary concern is always the animals and the safety of the people. We try to get people as close as we can, but really get them immersed into what we're doing as far as every aspect of the region.
Zoo staff help keep the cost of these exhibits down by donating their time to create a virtual walkthrough Peru and Sumatra, something you won't see anywhere else.
Our real goal is not to copy anybody, and oftentimes you go to zoos and you can see the same sort of theming throughout. We don't want to do that, and I think we've done an excellent job of being totally unique and trying to create something that people haven't seen before. I think Nashville Zoo is a world-class city and absolutely deserves a world-class zoo.
It's every time you go there, it's changing. It's constantly in a state of evolution there, and there's always new exhibits and always way to the girls just love it. I mean, when we go there.
And you know, it's hot in the summer in Nashville, and there's tons of shade.
Yeah.
There's so many incredible places to just sit and enjoy the atmosphere. It truly is my favorite zoo in the country. I've had the pleasure of being to many of them, and this is, I'm telling you what, Nashville's known for a lot of great things.
Yes.
But this zoo is spectacular, and we need everybody to participate in making sure that we're able to keep it up to the level that it's attained so far. It's spectacular.
Let me throw some numbers out there for you. You want to feed a tiger for a month? You ever think about that?
No.
This is a lot like your house, right,
No,
Scott?
it's like,
this
no,
is like having a
$5,000
17-year-old son.
Yeah, my 17-year-old son actually eats more than $5,000 a month.
And
So this is good.
That's what it costs to feed one tiger
It's
for
a deal.
a month. $2,500 covers the cost to hand raise a clouded leopard cub.
Wow.
And that is very labor intensive, including the formula and the medical care that they need. $1,000 feeds the giraffe herd for 1 week. And they go through those leaves like you wouldn't believe over there in the giraffe exhibit there. So there you go. Those are some of the numbers, and that's why we're here tonight.
And now, hey, what do we got next? Well, what we got next is a beautiful acoustic rendition of Pretty Little Adriana by the one and only, I mean, has there been anybody in this community that has done more for this community than Vince Gill?
Hey everybody, it's Vince Gill. Just want to sing you a song for everybody that is missing the zoo, and hope things turn around and get back to normal sometime soon, but everybody hang in there.
Love that guy.
He's too cool.
He is way too cool.
And the nicest human being on the planet Earth.
He's next to you.
Okay.
Yes.
Next to you.
There you go.
I was fishing for that.
So, as we mentioned, we have lofty goals here, so let's see where we're at. So we're at 63,145. You know, every call, every dollar counts, and we just want to thank you so much for calling in and helping us out. Some more numbers, too, I want to show you. So it shows you the $5,000 a week to feed a tiger. Here's $500 purchases a heavy-duty enrichment toy for the RHINOS.
Ooh.
So, yeah, you know the
That'd be
Kongs
like
that
a-
your
Yeah.
dogs get?
This would be a Volkswagen.
This would be a
Big
small car. $250 provides fresh produce for the animals for just 1 day right there. So as you can see, and when your gates are closed for 3 months and you have zero income and your regular fundraisers, the zoo is a nonprofit. They are a nonprofit. When your regular fundraisers are also canceled, this is why we're here tonight.
And the work they've done in the world is extraordinary. I think Rick Schwartz single-handedly has brought back the clouded leopard.
Right.
It was practically extinct, and Rick Schwartz did that for this world. So however we can do it, people, let's just do it, all right? Whatever you can do to support the zoo, let's do that.
Let's make it happen.
Let's donate, all right? Now, every day, the veterinarians at the zoo work tirelessly to care for these animals, whether or not there are visitors. Now, the care is not only expensive, but it's also very time-consuming. They're always learning and looking for the best ways to care for the variety of animals at the zoo. By the way, I got to check them out. It was awesome. Your help is needed more than ever. Take a look.
Behind these walls is where Dr. Dolittle meets MacGyver, where book learning and ingenuity combine to form Nashville Zoo's veterinary care team.
We go from fish to reptiles. We take care of everything. So it's always something new. We're always learning, and you know, we're always having to figure out things. So these little guys are learning to eat on their own and not really needing to be syringe fed anymore.
Every day
Let's get this done.
is a busy day, whether it's feeding a couple of lorikeet chicks or a joey kicked out by her mother.
She was rejected from the pouch at about 6 to 7 months of age. And so when she was kicked out, she was found on the ground by the keepers in the morning when they came in. And she was cold, she was lethargic. And when she got up here, we tested her blood levels, and her blood sugar was also really, really low, almost incompatible with life.
That was then, this is now. Trudy on her own 2 feet, bouncing back and raring to go.
You are so cute.
Yeah, she's doing great. And so she'll be reared by our care team, but she'll also stay down at the exhibit a lot and start socializing. So she knows she's a kangaroo, and she'll still be able to hang out in the future and go into that population.
But getting Trudy to this point required a lot of work.
All of the medical equipment for animals or for humans comes with a price tag. And there's a lot of medicines and things that need to be ordered monthly to keep our animals healthy, and vaccines. So everything comes with a little bit of a price tag behind it. And so, you know, when COVID happened, We weren't able to say, well, we'll put everything on the back burner and wait.
Well, thank you. You were a good patient.
And whether that patient be Rosemary the skunk, or Magpie Jay that won't stop sneezing, or maybe even something much bigger, your help is needed now more than ever.
We didn't stop. Nothing stopped us while we were closed down. We just didn't have the public here, which, of course broke our hearts. But as far as the animal care, we didn't miss a beat. We kept going at full staff like we always do.
Hey, Scott, if you think the hour's going fast for us, imagine how fast the hour's going right here.
This is like every school morning right here. It's like, I'm coming. No, this is beautiful. If I had to have hair, like if somebody forced me to, it would be just
This
like
would be the hair.
Oh, man, she's beautiful.
So this is a two-toed sloth?
This is, her name is Fern. She's about 5 years old, and she's been with us since she was about 6 months old at the Nashville Zoo.
She hasn't really been paying much attention to anyone until Scott walked over, and now all of a sudden she's fascinated.
Fern loves me.
Yes, yes. Oh, yes.
These animals, this is one of the bigger sloths that you'll find anywhere in the world, right?
Yes, there are 5 different species of sloth, and this species is actually the largest. She weighs about 22 pounds.
And if you're fascinated by sloths, actually one of our items on the silent auction is a meet and greet with
yes.
a sloth.
Yes, it's a meet and greet with the sloth and a couple of her friends. So a couple other bonus animals.
So if you want to get behind the scenes at the Nashville Zoo, and these things are just wonderful.
They're beautiful. So elegant and just.
Now she moves slow, but she has an attitude. I hear. She's an attitudinal sloth,
right?
Yes. We call her our diva.
Our diva.
Yeah, she's definitely a diva. She chooses whether or not to come out. She chooses whether or not to go back up. So when it's time for her to leave, she may be here for another 3 hours. I don't know.
Well, I came over and she just was like right over to me, and she's just been so sweet.
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She sprinted to you, Scott.
That was a sprint.
She ran over to you.
Yeah. But it's just, this is an example of everything that the zoo offers.
Yeah.
These animals are so extraordinary and so beautiful in their own incredible way, and it's just, God's creation is just spectacular. And we just, we've got to keep this thing going. What we have here in Nashville is so unique and so special. And Fern.
Yes.
The meet and great with Fern right there. Let's put the information up one more time, because I have a feeling a lot of people are coming to their TV now.
They need to meet Fern. Yes. They want to meet Fern.
Fern the sloth.
Fern the sloth.
Yes.
All right. NashvilleZoo.givesmart.com to bid on a meet and greet with Fern.
I heard the number is going up. It's ticking up, the bidding on this.
Good. That's wonderful. She's just beautiful.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it. All right, we're at $74,000 right now. So
oh, let's keep it going.
$74,000.
Stay on the sloth. Stay on the sloth.
Fern is so excited. And you know who else is excited? Is our next 2 celebrity shout-outs. One has done more for the animal kingdom than anyone else, and the other has pretty much every single birthday for their sons at the zoo. Oh. And you should too.
Hi, this is Kimberly Williams Paisley, proud Nashville Zoo board member and supporter of the zoo for years now. The Nashville Zoo is a treasure in our city and has been a staple in my family's life for a long time. And they need our help now because they've lost a lot of revenue due to the pandemic. If you've never been to the zoo, I encourage you to go. They are open. It's a gorgeous place. They are award-winning. Check out the girls' bathroom. It's amazing. They have an exhibit in the bathroom. Rick Schwartz has done a phenomenal job leading the Nashville Zoo, and his team is so fantastic. And I just want to thank them for everything that they've done. They've had to pivot and work extra hard during this pandemic to keep the animals safe and healthy. And I want to thank them also for everything they've done for my family and teaching my kids about animals and conservation. And my son wants to be a zookeeper because of the Nashville Zoo. So please help us protect this treasure and give what you can to support them today. Thank you.
Hi Nashville, Gentleman Jack here. I've seen a lot of zoos, but I can tell you that yours is one of the best. Please give generously tonight. The animals are counting on you. Isn't that right, Bess? Oh.
Kimberly Williams Paisley and Jack Hanna. right there.
I mean,
when you get the Jack stamp, you're good.
Big time. You know, he's come to the zoo for their fundraisers before, and he's just like the most genuine, down-to-earth, incredible human being. And again, Kim and Brad, what they've done for the zoo is extraordinary.
And he never takes the khakis off, we hear.
Never. It's like he has one set of clothes in his closet.
It.
He sleeps in them too.
But he's got a lot of them. It's not just that one.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, we're $20,000 for me wearing a poisonous, deadly
snake on Neil's neck. Yay, let's do it. Come on, guys. Come on.
I don't know if it's poisonous, deadly, but any snake I'm going to wear that size is.
What's the number for 911?
I have no.
As long as we have the pad on the floor, which you mentioned earlier, we're good. Hey, we have a special Kimberly's husband, Brad Paisley, singing his song Southern Comfort Zone.
Man, woo-hoo!
Look at that total,
Very
guys.
Almost
$99,000. Over $99,000. We're almost at $100,000. Come on, the snake's going around Neil Warren's neck.
Snake.
You should see Neil right now. He's sitting down getting very afraid
I
of
did
this.
not think I was going to be wearing a snake tonight.
Of
So
course
anyway.
you are. This Nashville is an amazing giving community.
Yeah, I know.
There was no chance you weren't going to have a snake.
I know. This is why I said we should get to $300K for the snake.
Oh, get ready. Look what we did. We made $100K. We're back to $100K.
I'm so happy.
Where's the snake? We're gonna
get 2 questions. Have they taken the snake for a walk today, and has it been fed?
Yeah, well, it's about to get fed.
By you.
Good deal. When are we doing
Snake
it?
food.
It's about to get fed.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll get the snake ready, and
We'll get we'll
Okay.
get it ready. But we got to talk more about this awesome zoo. The Nashville Zoo is home to some of the most endangered animal species of the world, and they made it their mission to keep the species a vibrant piece of the global community. They know how important these animals are to our ecosystem, and here's a little bit more about what Nashville Zoo is doing to protect the future of endangered species.
The world's animals are disappearing. There's never been such a threat for extinction.
A threat of extinction for animals like the cassowary bird. There are only 1,500 left of its kind in Australia.
There you go. There's a roll.
And it's Nashville Zoo's job to keep the species alive.
So we work in conjunction with zoos in Europe and Australia to have just a really genetically diverse population that we could, if we needed to, transfer out of country and back into Australia.
In fact, the zoo is spearheading an effort to educate other zoos about conservation. For example, the giant anteater. There are only 5,000 of its kind left in the wild. So the zoo is working on a manual for how to care for the species. In 19 years, the zoo has successfully bred 19 giant anteaters, adding to its dwindling population. But the zoo's work is far from done.
Last year, we contributed about $600,000 towards conservation, and the pandemic is having a huge effect for conservation endeavors around the world.
It's something every member of the staff is passionate about, saving a species and making a lasting impact on the global population.
We really, everyone gets into this really just to conserve species. Science, we're always asking questions, so we kind of want to figure things out. Always seeing different things that did anybody else see that kind of thing, and documenting it.
Your donation is more than just a donation. It's a lasting impact.
Your help coming into the zoo, visiting the zoo, you need to know that this is really providing worldwide conservation efforts for many, many species.
A chance to protect life, our globe, and our future.
Okay, the Nashville Zoo is especially focused on helping save clouded leopards. They have been a part of the zoo since it first opened its doors. They are also a highly endangered species. They're facing threats in the wild. As the tiger population dwindles, poachers look for the next best species. Oh, don't listen to Neil, he's whining about the snake. And that's the clouded leopard. Not only that, but clouded leopards are hard to breed. And get this, the Nashville Zoo has successfully had a 100% success rate when it comes to breeding this species. The zoo is the first in the world to do artificial insemination for the clouded leopard. Yeah, that's so awesome. Uh-oh. Well, we're back.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Sai?
This is Sai. She's a Honduran milk snake. She's very nice. She's very pretty.
Sai, I don't have any milk, baby. I have no milk for you, okay?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, she's beautiful. She's scaring the life out of me.
Oh,
She's not
baby.
a venomous snake. She's just very pretty.
That is gorgeous.
Scott, you want me to wrap it around your
I'm taking
and
pictures
shoulders?
of you, Neil. You don't even know it. It's going on social media right now.
Yeah, this is good.
This is one of our ambassador snakes. So she's met lots of people and done lots of programs. So she's a very popular snake.
She likes my armpit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's okay. I showered yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hey, Cy, where are you going?
He's just coming around the back here.
Come back, Cy. Cy, I need to see you.
Good.
So Cy's been walked and watered and fed today, right?
Oh, well, they get fed every couple weeks. So.
So when was the last time?
I have to think about it. I
That's
think
not
maybe
really
it was,
good. That's a bad answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for donating over $100,000, folks. We appreciate that. Can Cy go yet? Am I done
No,
with my?
not yet. We got a few more minutes.
We just got to do a couple more. Because if you keep
Now
the
Cy looks
donations
angry.
coming,
How do you know
we'll
when this-
add a scorpion on top of Cy to Neil's hands.
There you go.
A
You can hold
scorpion.
the scorpion.
Yeah. We're at 128,000 now.
I'd
That's
like to,
amazing, Nashville. Amazing.
I'd like to have Bob Mueller do the next fundraiser instead of me, if you don't mind. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Cy, you did a great job, but we've got a phenomenal performance coming up next. Here's Keith Urban performing his song, Polaroid.
Hey everybody, it's Keith Urban here. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Don't forget to please show your love by supporting the Nashville Zoo.
How awesome is that?
That's just like zoo music.
That
It's
is
like,
zoo
it gets
music.
into that whole thing, and it's very, it's just so much fun.
Oh, there's been a problem with this scorpion.
What?
Someone, and so now if we reach $200,000, I have to hold a baby kangaroo.
Oh, no.
Not the deal.
The scorpion
Come
is
on,
the
you're a
good
brave
stuff.
guy now. You're like this champion of like dangerous animals.
I'll go.
You can do it.
I'll go get my Depends. Let's go take a look at what the money goes to again. $100 will cover annual vaccines for 2 adult cotton top tamarins, okay?
They're so cute, by the way.
They
so
are.
cute. The little monkeys that go
These
around.
are the monkeys that just go crazy.
Yeah, and they're in the bathroom of the female bathroom at the zoo. It is so cool.
All right.
You will be in the bathroom for 20
So that's
minutes.
why Scott and I have never seen these. Okay.
Unaware.
Also, the $50 purchase 2 enrichment toys for macaws to use. The same skills they would use out in the forest, searching and foraging and extracting food from the trees there. So just an idea of some of the expenses that this zoo has day in and day out and why we're here tonight raising money. And the total's going up, and we appreciate that. We only have about 23 minutes left to really get the number up.
We got to get the number
To
up.
the scorpion. 23 minutes.
Come on, guys.
And what do we do after that?
I don't even know. We got to think of something. We got to throw something out there.
Yeah.
A snake and scorpion together.
Tarantula. Do we have one
And
of those?
no, that's good. We're good.
Oh,
We're
and by the way,
good.
we still have more surprises too. Don't hold on the phone here, okay?
Yeah, there's
but
some
We have the
good
one
surprises.
big surprise coming
one
up.
big surprise. Okay, so from deforestation to poaching, many of the world's animal species are slowly dwindling. Here's how the zoo is keeping these animals a thriving part of the world.
They seem unbothered and happy. These little cotton-top tamarins swing freely from branch to branch at Nashville Zoo.
They're always chasing each other, always playing, having the biggest fun.
Little do they know, their natural habitat is slowly being destroyed.
Cotton-top tamarins, without our help, are more than likely not going to do very well in the wild. 98% of their natural forest habitat has unfortunately been knocked down.
From deforestation to the illegal pet trade, there are only 6,000 of these little primates left in the world. That's where Nashville Zoo steps in to help.
The importance in conserving them is you conserve one species to conserve an ecosystem. And it's just a really big circle, you know, and so that's why we are so passionate about making sure that we continue this species, not because they're just really awesome animals, but because their ecosystem really relies on them and everything else. You know, it's a big cohesive network, and we want to keep that as happy as we can.
For the zoo, it's a ripple effect. Save a species to save an entire system. And even with a devastating blow to their funds, the zoo is relentless in their passion to continue raising cotton-top tamarins.
Unfortunately, we really have had a big cut to our guest funding and to our really big fundraisers that we have every year, and that's how we really made a lot of our funds to be able to provide the care that we do for these guys.
Your help is needed, not only to help feed and care for these little guys at Nashville Zoo, but also to ensure their species remains intact for generations to come.
So we can hopefully get their numbers up and keep their population sustainable as well as genetically diverse.
I get why you like the tamarins.
They're fun.
It's like you texting.
No, it's kind of like Saturday morning learn to skate with a 3-year-old. So once they get it, they're everywhere. It's so much fun.
So the silent auction, it will close tomorrow, and these are some of the items that are up there. And of course, we've talked about naming one of the baby roos.
Yeah, that's cool.
A meet and greet with the sloth. With Fern.
Oh, and you can also do a private exercise, guys, at the zoo with animals like crawling on you for you and your friends. I mean,
Zumba.
Zumba.
I thought that was a really cool one. Get the girls together, get the guys together, just saying.
The Taylor Swift guitar, too, is in there, and custom zoo bench. That would be really nice to dedicate to a loved one. Wouldn't that be really sweet?
That would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we have. And the silent auction items are easy to find. They're at nashvillezoo.givesmart.com. Click on Browse, Bid, and Buy, and you can actually get a closer look than you can see on your TV. There.
Awesome. And what better way to celebrate Nashville Zoo's littlest creatures than with Amy Grant performing Baby Baby.
And when I asked my kids their favorite experience of the Nashville Zoo, I would have to say probably my daughter Sarah would say when her husband Derek proposed to her.
Oh, love that song.
You know, she makes the world a better place, period.
Yes.
Right? I mean, Amy Grant is just, and I sense a little chemistry with a guitar player.
I mean, just a little.
I'm just
I
saying.
heard he's like the #3 guy in the Time Jumpers. Is that true?
And maybe, yeah, he's #1 in the Eagles. That's as far as I'm concerned.
We have to give a big thanks. You can text to donate. You can text to Nashville Zoo to 76278, and we have to give a huge thank you to T-Mobile for sponsoring this. Now, you don't have to have T-Mobile to use that.
No.
But what a great citizen, to come in and just want to support the zoo the way they did. You can text from any phone you have or borrow somebody's phone, but it doesn't have to be T-Mobile. But I think it was a really great thing that they did to get involved and help us with this event today, and it's awesome.
Our sponsors that recognize the importance of this event, we appreciate T-Mobile. Thank you.
181,000? We are getting so close. 189.
Oh, super.
Whoa, we're
Thanks,
getting close
guys.
to 200,000.
Did you say what, the phone lines are down? The phone lines, someone cut our phone lines outside the station.
Getting hot, I'm just saying.
I'm not holding a scorpion.
Hey,
You're
by the way, you
crazy.
can text to donate anywhere in the country too. So you're
I'm
streaming this.
leaving.
Yes.
I'm just telling you. So you're streaming this. My parents are streaming this from Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They can text from there too. Anyone
Great.
can donate to the Nashville Zoo.
And I think they're going to hold the fundraising open.
Okay, that's good too.
For
yes.
a little bit longer. So if you're not doing it during the show, don't worry about it. Just make sure that you get online, do whatever you can, support the zoo. It's so important to this community.
It's not the coffee. I'm shaking.
You're getting nervous for this, but by the way,
we've been promoting this huge surprise all week long. Is it big?
It's big.
It's time.
It's big?
It's
Okay.
time.
You're only going to hear it first.
Okay.
Right here on News 2, and Alex Dennis is going to show us it right now.
One of the most recent additions, Nasha. She came to Nashville all the way from Cincinnati to help protect the captive population. And there's something special about Nasha. She is a Maasai giraffe, one of the few of her kind left around the globe.
So Maasai giraffes, and really all the giraffes, believe it or not, are becoming threatened or endangered just through habitat loss, poaching, just general, like a lot of things around the globe. Maasai giraffe in particular are one of 9 subspecies of giraffe, and they are critically endangered. They're one of the most threatened subspecies, less than 100,000 left in the world, and then in US populations, just around 150. So it's real important, and every birth is super important for us. Their gestations are really long, around 14 months, so they don't have that many babies over their lifetime, so each one's very valuable.
Poaching, habitat loss, both reasons why Nashville Zoo works so hard to protect the life of each Maasai giraffe. But the zoo has been keeping a secret about Nasha. That brings us to this exciting news.
So really exciting news. This is our giraffe female named Nasha, and she is now a first-time mom. She allowed us to ultrasound her, obviously awake, standing there with an abdominal ultrasound probe, just like we would do on a human. And ultrasound her. And when we did, we found this, which kind of looks like a bunch of gray and white speckly stuff, but what we're actually seeing are ribs. This shadowing of light is actually bone, so we're seeing ribs. And then over here, you'll start seeing a flickering where it looks like it's doing this. That's actually the heartbeat.
This is Nasha's first calf, but another giraffe at Nashville Zoo is becoming a dad for the 6th time. Congo, the male Maasai giraffe, just turned 16 in September. Now they're adding a new life to the herd.
We're not sure exact date. It's not quite as detailed as some you would expect in human pregnancy when they pop a probe on and then you're like, you're due on this date. So we don't have it quite nailed down to that point yet, but we have a guesstimate around December or January, and we're super excited.
Dr. Schwartz says that the medical team is closely monitoring Nasha. Giraffes have a long gestational period, about 14 months, and it is critical to be with the mom every step of the way. With animal pregnancies, there is a lot of unknown territory.
The reason we want to know ahead of time is because it's better. We're prepared. We have a general, even if it's not to the date, we know that there is a chance that maybe she's not the best mom and we need to hand her. So do we have milk on hand? Do we have the staff here and are watching her with cameras to know that she's going to be giving birth at some point? So if something happens in the middle of the night, we need to intervene, we're here. So all of those things are reasons we try to do this preventative or care ahead of time, so we ensure that they have a better chance for survivability at the end.
What better way to keep the Maasai giraffe species thriving than right here in Nashville, Tennessee? Alex Dennis, News 2.
So there you go.
And you know, I've seen this on the news. A giraffe coming into the world, being born, is really a rough way to come into the world. It's like a
it's a
4-foot drop. Whoa! Okay, I'm here. Hey. But these guys, oh my goodness, they just went jumping in. They heard my voice and they're like, ah! They are so cute. They don't even look real.
If you've been to the zoo and the kangaroo exhibit that you walk through, and,
it's so cool.
And it's like one of the coolest things. How old are these?
Yeah,
two
so we got No Name here and Trudy here. They both were born in March.
Oh, hi, Trudy.
Yeah, so this is Trudy that you guys saw earlier. She was born March 7th-ish. And then No Name, she's the one that you guys can donate to name. She was born March 26th.
And don't do kangaroo boat or whatever that is with this, okay? How beautiful. So how long do they stay? Oops, sorry about that. No Name. How long do they stay in the pouch before they come out and meet the real world?
For the first 6 months, they will be fully in the pouch. Then 6 to 8 months, they'll come out, test the world, try to figure out how to walk, go back in the pouch. That's kind of the stage that they're at right now. Around 8 months is when they'll be kind of evicted from the pouch. Still nurse with mom up to a year.
To the basement.
But wait, that's a choice?
You're a parent.
You missed that
They
part.
are so cute.
So are they under 24 care with you? 24-hour care? Have you ever thrown them in the laundry by mistake?
No. No Name here is under 24 care right now.
Okay.
She's going to get to the point very soon where she can go through the night without having a bottle. Trudy has been spending the night in the kangaroo barn just to get acclimated and learn how to be a kangaroo already.
And it's not cheap taking care of these kangaroos.
No, not at all. We have also 11 adults. Right now, about 10 Joeys. So we basically doubled our mob during COVID. So.
All right, so here No Name needs
a name.
And that's where you come in with our donations here, and you get to pick the name, and every time you go to the Nashville Zoo, that will be
your kangaroo.
Your kangaroo, basically. So NashvilleZoo.GiveSmart.com if you want to bid to name No Name.
Oh, and guess what we just did, guys?
We've got a scorpion.
A scorpion's being delivered. No, we've hit over $200,000, $204,000. Thank you, Nashville. Let's keep it going.
All right,
we love this. We love this a lot.
So I was slightly tipped off to the snake thing. I was not to this, and this is really terrifying.
No, this is not really terrifying.
Well,
right?
they keep it in a glass box. They don't. It's not like in a cage. It's in a glass box. It's the travel box?
It's a travel box. See? Okay.
Like this?
No, like this.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is Jamie.
Oh no, the scorpion's coming out first though. We got to show the scorpion here. Okay.
There you go.
Neil,
it's in there?
Yep, it's in there, Neil.
Okay.
Want to take a look at it?
No, I don't.
You can just put your hand down just a little.
Just so everyone can see the scorpion in your hand. Oh, there it is. Oh my God.
It likes you so much. Why is that? tail thing going up.
So,
Do you feel any bites?
I don't even want to
pinches?
make a loud noise.
You're fine. You're completely fine.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you know I'm completely fine?
Because
completely
you're
fine.
completely safe. Let's put it that way. I don't know if you're fine or not.
That is, are we done?
No, we're not done yet. We still got time to donate.
Yeah.
We got to raise some money.
We got to raise a lot of money.
This is Jamie. She's an emperor scorpion,
Okay,
and they're from Africa.
great.
And
Great.
you
Could
know.
you go faster?
Yeah, sure.
No, so the tail goes up. What's
Yes.
the, what? I don't like that.
If she was upset with you, she would bring it forward and sting you there.
Oh.
So, but you're fine.
You're fine. She's not mad. It's just okay. You're calm.
Completely calm.
Okay.
So though, after everything he's been through, the least we could do is bid and bid some more. He's taking one for the team, people.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I
I
never thought
wouldn't
I'd
do
hold
it.
a scorpion.
Absolutely. All right, so you can just
The,
slightly open. Here we go. I did Purell my hands before.
okay.
There we go. You got it.
So there you go.
So now we got to keep texting. We got to bring that money up, right? So we want to.
So that's real sweat.
That's where you
That is
sweating?
real, honest to goodness sweat.
You didn't know you were going to be working that hard.
Okay. Hey, look, if you want, you talk. I'm done.
You're like,
I'm out of breath.
Hey, here's how you
I'm
can
having heart
donate,
palpitations.
okay? You can text Nashville Zoo to 76278, any donation. By the way, we want to thank our friends at T-Mobile for sponsoring this. So important that they did just that. You can have any kind of phone to donate, though. You can also visit nashvillezoo.givesmart.com.
Hey.
Get into that auction.
And if you're like the person in front of me at the supermarket every time, you can also write a check.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's that
Old
one.
school. It
Old
all
school.
works. It all works.
And we had that address up on the on there on the website. Well, go ahead and donate. Okay, we appreciate that. All right, want to toss to our last piece.
Again, what Rick Schwartz does in this community is to be congratulated, commended, and celebrated. Here's our final message from our fearless leader, Rick Schwartz.
Thanks to the amazing artists who performed tonight. We're incredibly grateful for the support of our Nashville Zoo. Hats off to Sheryl Crow, Amy Grant, Vince Gill, Brad Paisley, Keith Urban, Scott Hamilton, Neil Oren did an amazing job of emceeing this event. We also sincerely appreciate our partnership with WKRN News 2. They did a great job of producing this program, and we're wonderful to work with, and it's an important fundraiser for our Nashville Zoo.
So there you have it. We've come to the end of the program. You went and stole a kangaroo.
No name here.
That's no
still,
name.
Still
No
an
name.
auction item.
Soon to be named.
Soon to be named.
The lines are going to be open, and the silent auction will close tomorrow. But thank you so much if you donated during our show, and thank you so much if you're planning on donate. Thank you so much if you're just renewing your membership at this point.
Yeah. That's a great way to do it. Just renew your membership, get involved, come out to the zoo when it opens. We're so excited for the end of this COVID thing, and we can get back to enjoying Nashville as it's meant to be enjoyed. And the Nashville Zoo is easily one of the most incredible destinations there is in Nashville.
And these silent auction items, the meet and greet with Fern, the Taylor Swift guitar, the naming the kangaroo.
Naming the kangaroo.
If I had my readers on, I could
You could
probably
see
go
more.
through and tell you more of these. So we
Cool
encourage
artwork.
you actually.
There's cool artwork. There's some alcohol, I think. I was perusing. I like auction items. I'm
You
just
like
saying.
the auction
I
items?
like the auction items. Go check it out. I'm just saying.
Your support of the zoo is so vital, not just today, but all year round. And so $230,000 helps.
Yes.
That's great.
It really does help. We're not doing anything at 230, are we?
No,
Good.
not yet.
Okay,
not
great.
yet.
But
Great.
we still got a few seconds left. But huge thank you to our sponsors, T-Mobile, SunTrust, and First Bank for making this special possible. And I got to tell you guys, you do a lot of things in this community. You both do a lot of things. You're heavily involved. Danielle, you've come on board with My Cares Foundation.
Yes.
This is the greatest town. It is the greatest town, the most giving town, the most generous town. And thank you for everything you did tonight to prove that. And we got to keep it going. This zoo needs our support, needs our help, needs our love. And again, the work they do here is as good as anywhere in the world.
Yeah. And a shout out to the Nashville Zoo folks who made this night happen, bringing all these animals in and all the handlers and everything. You're working hard enough as it is, and to come in and do this.
Yeah. Fern and I had a moment there, so I don't know. I have to go out to the zoo.
Fern and you.
You might be doing the meet and greet. Just saying.
Have a great night, everyone, and thank you for donating, and thank you for watching from Nashville Zoo with love.